and a fine job. The Trinity Pioneers have won the toss. They've elected to receive. Not a bad night for football, Jay. We've had showers all day, but it's dried out. It has stopped raining probably about 3 or 4 hours ago. It's been dry since then. Kickoff from Butch Dobney is fielded by the Pioneers at their 10. And bumped out of bounds up about the 25 is Ralph Fast. We'll see a lot of Ralph Fast tonight.
And it looks as though Andy Hudson was the one who was able to make the dive and drive fast out of bounds. As we mentioned before, Trinity will be running in the straight T offense. It's a matter of finding the ball carrier if you're on defense for the Clippers, and they'll be setting up in that 5-2 defense. And
it's first and 10 from just outside the 25-yard line for the Trinity Pioneers. The first play from scrimmage, Portsmouth Clipper football, 1990. Handoff goes right up the middle. A couple tough yards.
And that's what they'll do, continue to run straight up the gut. Justin Long that time with the tackle.
On the carry was Fast.
For the Clippers tonight, the nose guard is Phil Pettis. At the tackles will be Justin Long and Jay Brewster. Jamie Hinton and Sean Connors will be at the end positions. Jeff Gray, good to see him in there, along with Mike Schatzabel as at the linebacking position, and Eric Malinowski, Butch Dobney, Hudson, and Whittemire will be in the secondary.
Second and call it 7 for the Pioneers. Handoff again up the middle. Expect a lot of that tonight. Some more tough yards, probably a few, 2 to 3. And once again, they go to Ralph Fast. He's number 33. The line on Fast, 5'8", 175. He is a junior. On defense, he plays outside linebacker for the Pioneers.
May have forgot to mention that Andy Hudson is also in the secondary for the Clippers tonight. And really nothing fancy about this offense. They just plow straight ahead, try to get either a big opening or 4 yards per carry and set themselves up for a good third down situation.
Third and a long 4. There's a fumble on the snap. And Justin Fossbender has to cover up right away. Fossbender, the quarterback for the Pioneers, probably the best athlete on the club, according to Coach Tom Dobney. He plays basketball for the Pioneers as well, and a good basketball player.
And a couple of basketball players from Trinity also on the roster besides him. Jamie Boudreau, who was a fixture as center for the Pioneer basketball team last year, is also in the football game tonight. Malinowski and Sean Croto.
Back to receive, Jason Lalancette will punt for Trinity.
Croto and Malinowski back to receive the punt, right about the 25-yard line.
Lalancette is just inside his 15. Low snap, but a good field and a spiraling punt.
And at the 9:36 mark, we have a PA.
Malinowski, good open field runner, trying to turn that corner. And he spun around and dragged down from behind, taken down right about the 28-yard line. So 9:25 remaining in this first quarter. No score. Clippers take to the offense for the first time in this 1990 season.
Last year, Eric Malinowski was the type of runner who reminded you a lot of Jeff White. Seems like he's taken a lot of Jeff White's tools. Can do the power running when he has to, but also very slippery and very difficult to tackle.
First and 10 for the Clippers. They spot the ball on about the 28-yard line. They keep it on the ground, and Malinowski picks up about 3 before he's tackled inside.
Setting up the Clippers for you, Mike Shea will be anchoring the center on the line. At the guards will be Phil Pettis and Sean Connors. Tackles Justin Long and Jay Brewster. And on the ends, Owen Robert, Jamie Hinton, and Jeff Roy. Quarterback, of course, is Butch Dobney. And the backs, Eric Malinowski and Mike Schatzabel. Owen Robert was in the backfield on that last lineup.
Yeah. Clippers run that power I, quite different from the straight T that Trinity runs. Pitch to Malinowski, gets pinched off. Just as he got back to the original line of scrimmage. No gain for Eric. Actually, a bit of a loss. That'll bring up third and long. About 7.5, 8 yards from the 31-yard line.
I think one of the more subtle things that the position that the Clippers have, what they bring to their offense, is that Schatzabel in the backfield is such an effective blocker as well, so that when the Clippers do decide to pass, they've almost got another man back there who's very effective in preventing the sack.
Malinowski out wide, also Jerome Bird. There's the pitch to Schatzabel. He's got all kinds of room, and he bowls his way for the first down. Mike was hit actually before the first down flag, and he just dipped his head and fought for those extra yards to gain the first down.
And good ball control by him as well, as the pitch came right up to him, pretty high, right about the helmet level, and able to contain it and bowl ahead for the first down. And those are some of the plays we saw last year by Coach Dobney, pulling them out of the hat that we won't see as much with Trinity.
You know, Schatzabel was probably one of the most exciting runners Portsmouth had last year, and good to see him come out with his first carry and pick up another 7 or 8 yards for the first down. 1st and 10 Clippers. Ball on the 40. Dobney, quick over the middle. The ball is complete. And still running is Owen Robert. Robert has a first down and another 8 yards to boot.
Craig McKenna on the line for the Trinity Pioneers had the mismatch, trying to guard Roberts up the middle, and that time just a quick dump pass, very effectively worked by the Clippers. I tell you, one of the things, if you want to impress the preseason coaches and writers, is to have a deep backfield, and that's what the Clippers have, and that's what Trinity has, and they're two of the teams at the top of the preseason ratings, along with Spalding, kind of a surprise this year.
Clippers moving the ball. Schatzabel spins his way for a couple.
Gang tackle that time by Trinity, led by...
Well, Scott Dunn was in on there, one of the first men. You will see a lot of Mr. Dunn.
Scott Dunn and also Brian Martineau on the tackle. Excellent line for Trinity with Jamie Boudreau, Scott Dunn, Sean Riley, and Rob Frazier.
Second down.
Frazier, a man to keep your eye on, as he's coming off of a knee injury, and Coach Bergeron very interested to see how that responds.
Just over 6 minutes to go, first quarter, no score. Malinowski is in motion. Option. Pitch and a fumble. Trinity ball. Jerome Bird couldn't hold on. Hit actually as the ball reached his chest and really had no chance.
Keith Bergeron got him, and like you said, a bang-bang play. Didn't appear to have complete possession of the ball by the time he was hit. And the first turnover of the season.
So the Clipper drive is stalled. They had it in the Trinity, on the Trinity half of the field. Now the Pioneers have it just at the 50, just over the 50, call it the 49 in Portsmouth territory. They've got 1st and 10. Fossbender taken down for a big loss. And that's Jamie Hinton. Broke through the line with ease. Boy, Hinton just shot through that line. Could have been a missed assignment for Trinity because Hinton really was untouched.
Jamie Hinton, one of the players that is really a typical Clipper player this year, in that he plays offense and defense, and they're going to need a full contribution by people like that. The Clippers, once again, really aren't that deep, and if they get into any injury problems this year, that'll be a major factor.
Most of the Clipper players do go both ways. They have a starting lineup of 11. Plays on both sides of the ball.
Exactly.
Pitch coming around the end, and fast, wheels and deals for a few. Doesn't get back to the original line of scrimmage, and it'll be 3rd and quite long, at least 12.
Sean Connors, one of the main men in pursuit at that time.
Trinity.
And the Pioneers call a timeout with 4:38 to go in the first quarter. No score in this ball game. Clippers had a pretty good drive going, but a fumble on a pitch to Jerome Bird gave the ball right back to Trinity.
If you read the stat sheets from last year, you'd think that this would have to be a high-scoring affair tonight, as both teams put a lot of points on the board. The Clippers last year, 248 points, which is the most points they've scored in the season since '77, when they won the championship, and last year for Trinity, 256 points put on the board. So these are two teams that will put in the end zone. And really, as we've seen so far in the first quarter, in dramatically different fashion.
There are a lot of things to talk about this year. The Clippers last year played through adversity. They were the road warriors. This year they had the Jeff Gray saga, if you will.
Exactly.
Is he going to play? Is he not going to play? A school board who initially went by the team doctor's prognosis and ruled that he could not play. Jeff went to Superior Court, Rockingham County, where the ruling came back that he could practice and play unless the school board took action. The school board did meet this afternoon before this very game, and they voted 7-4 to let Jeff play. A fumble on the snap. So on 3rd and long, Trinity gets nowhere. That's twice now that Fossbender has had a few problems handling the snap.
And like we said, it appears to be a dry field tonight. I don't know if that would have, if it may be a timing problem, but if there's any wetness out on the field, that could be affecting the grasp of the ball. Getting back to Jeff Gray, it's also going to be interesting how he's responding to a play situation. He hasn't played since the second game of last year against Memorial when that injury occurred.
Well, Lancet back to punt. He really tagged his first one. Kicks a nice spiral, and Malinowski and Croto back to field. There's a penalty.
Penalty flag.
Wouldn't be surprised if it's a delay of game. Boy, it's a beautiful night for football here at the new athletic complex in Portsmouth. We really feared rain tonight. The forecast was for on and off thunder showers up until about midnight. And as we mentioned, we had rain up until really a steady drizzle up until about 4, and then the skies just started clear. The clouds have broken up a bit. Still not totally clear, but it's dry. Punt is muffed. See if Croto can get it.
And it appears he did. Good job by Boudreau getting the punt off. A low snap. Fielded off the ground. And the Clippers will start at about the 25-yard line.
Well, Jay, I've made my first roster faux pas of the season. Of course, 82, Jason Lelancet plays for the Portsmouth Clippers. That was Jamie Boudreau punting for...
A little pregame trade that we didn't know about.
A little off-season action on the sidelines. All right, we got that straightened out. Jamie Boudreau doing the punting chores for Trinity. 1st and 10, they keep it on the ground, the Clippers do, and Schatzabel really gets nowhere. So he's had one good run of about 8 yards, and he's had a couple where he's been stacked up the middle. Schatzabel always seems to be a better runner when he's not up the middle, when he's coming around the end or on the pitch play, really where he can strut his stuff. He's got some pretty good moves.
And that's because really what he does is react so well to tacklers, not necessarily barreling straight forward, as you said, but his reaction to how the defensive players play him.
They have moved Schatzabel to fullback this year, and at 6 feet, 195, that's not bad size, but there are bigger fullbacks in Class L.
Defensively on that last play, Scott Dunn really asserting himself on the line, along with Jamie Boudreau, and once again, we see it again, it's Boudreau. Brings down...
That time Jerome Bird with the carry, and he was no more successful than Schatzabel, actually lost another yard. It'll be 3rd and 11. Ball is spotted on about the 24. 2.5 minutes left in this first quarter, no score. Neither team has had any golden scoring opportunity. Clippers had a drive going, they fumbled on a pitch play.
It would appear, however, that that right side of the Trinity line is not going to be the place to go to consistently tonight.
That's where their experience and size is. Dumped off to Schatzabel. It's up to him now. Mike is very close, but he's pushed back. I don't believe he has it.
Nice reaction that time by Justin Fossbender. And I believe Ralph Fast was also in the play to slow up Schatzabel, setting it up for Fossbender.
Little screen set up for Mike, dump and run. And Mike caught the ball right about where the original line of scrimmage was. Had 10 yards to pick up on himself. He picked up, as you can see, about 9.5 before he was turned back. That is the kind of runner he is. He really sets his sights on that first down flag and just goes for it. Sean Connors to punt. And a nice spiral. Fielded by Sean Redburn. And Redburn is taken down right at the 30.
And it appears that Jamie Hinton was in on that play.
Trinity last year, 8-3 overall. They were 8-2. 7-2 heading into the playoffs. They won their first round, lost their second round to Londonderry. Clippers undefeated heading into the playoffs, then beat Nashua in the first round, lost their second round match to Concord, the team they had beaten earlier in the year.
Just took a look at that replay there, and once again you see the Clippers excellent on special teams. In their swarming way, they converge upon the ball carrier.
Not surprisingly, Pioneers keep it on the ground. This time they tried to bull around the right side.
Jimmy DeLude on the carry.
Also impressive about that punt, a low liner, giving the runner plenty of time to really set up where he wanted to go and actually nowhere for him to go.
Jamie DeLude is number 20 for Trinity. In their backfield, DeLude is 20, Kelly Mello is 24, and Ralph Fast is 33. Fossbender, 29, is their quarterback. And all of them can run. Fossbender is probably one of the better runners of the pack. Clippers don't fall for it. We've got about 10 seconds left in this quarter. May not get another play off. It's 3rd and 5 for the Trinity Pioneers. Ball is at, we'll call it 37. And that is it for the first quarter. Time runs out. At the end of one, no score. Portsmouth Clippers and the Trinity Pioneers will be back after this break.
Ladies and gentlemen,
Tell you what,
high school,
we'll keep it right here.
first state championship in football in 1911. The 1990 Clipper football team is dedicating this season to that first ever championship team. And tonight, ladies and gentlemen, in the cart you see coming around the track, we have one of the players from that team of 1911. To be the only surviving member of that team from 1911. Mr. John Heck, some of the nice news of Mr. Heck is the right tackle on that ball team. Mr. Heck is now...
Nice standing ovation for John Hett, the only surviving member of that 1911 championship ball club, Portsmouth Clippers. John taking a circle around the track. Good wave for the fans.
With one of those players, the right tackle, they wore no helmet. You have a souvenir program. You see the picture in the program. He is the right tackle, the second from the left. The starting right tackle for the 1911 Clipper football team, the first championship football team in Portsmouth. It was not until 1961 that another team won a championship in football in Portsmouth. Thank you, Mr. Hett.
Nice photo of Mr. Hett in this special program, souvenir program. It's 3rd and 5, back to football. Nowhere to go for DeLude.
Jamie Hinton and Jeff Roy in on the tackles that time.
Sparse crowd tonight for Trinity. Let's see if they give a hand for Johnny Hett. And they do.
And they do.
Mr. Hett now passing the Trinity crowd, 1911 member of the championship football team in Portsmouth.
That is, of course, why we didn't have the opening ceremony for John Hett. We didn't have a PA system. Now that we have the PA system, I suspect we'll have that ceremony at halftime. Here's the punt by Boudreau. Boy, he's a good punter. Let me tell you something. Ball is fielded by Croto. Gets around the corner, up the sideline, Sean Croto. He's taken down at the 43. Boudreau has to come up and make the tackle.
Jamie Boudreau, really a game-saving tackle that time.
Jamie Boudreau with the tackle.
So he was able to move his way towards that right sideline and just head straight up.
Good shot of the Portsmouth Clipperettes or Clipper cheerleaders, 1990.
Used to to be you had to go to Spalding or Dover to have a night game, and now we have them right here in Portsmouth.
First and 10 Clippers, ball on the 43. We're a couple minutes into the second quarter, no score here, opening night at the Portsmouth High Sports Complex. Shatzabel up the middle's got room. One tackler left. He's still good.